Epic wants you to forget about Save the World. Hey, what's up guys, Snowman's are here, and yes, I am finally going to be talking about Save the World on the channel. And today I wanted to discuss this mode with you all because Epic really wants you to forget this mode even existed. I got a bunch of stuff to discuss in this video here on essentially the downfall of Save the World. But was it really a downfall? If you guys like the content that you see, make sure to subscribe to the channel with the bell turned on so that we don't miss any more new videos from me. Also, don't forget to drop a like on the video if you guys like the content that you see. And also, consider using code MINNOW5 in the Fortnite item shop as it helps out the channel tremendously. But ladies and gentlemen, let's hop right into the video. And for those who do not know about Save the World, before Battle Royale even came out, Save the World was Fortnite. It was a PvE game mode and is honestly really fun. You might have been noticing that I've been using it a lot in my gameplays as of lately, and that is because I've been really enjoying playing Save the World. But what happened to this mode? Why is it in the current state that it is in right now? Well, we have to flash back all the way to June 29th, 2020, when Epic made a huge statement surrounding this mode and its current future. They announced that the game mode was not going to be free to play, even though it was actually teased that it was going to be. They then also said that the early access period for Save the World has officially ended and it is now, quote, a premium experience now. They then also announced that the Founders Pack, which I'll be talking about a little later on this video, was also being removed, and that future content would be slowing down for this game mode for the foreseeable future. And they also announced that the main storyline for Save the World was quote-unquote complete, even though I think a lot of us know at this point that the game mode was never complete, the story was never complete to begin with. And it didn't help much either, because the future of this game mode was actually pretty bare, as Epic would barely even be announcing anything for this mode. They would be essentially slowing down content altogether, and that's exactly what they did. We were not seeing a lot of content come out for this game mode, and it was all because of Battle Royale's success. Once Battle Royale came out, Epic found their moneymaker, and it wasn't Save the World. So over time, the game mode slowly but surely lost a lot of new content being added in, because obviously the focus was no longer on Save the World, but on Battle Royale. And it's really bad, especially looking at it nowadays, to when I remember very fondly when they were announcing the Metaverse game modes that came out in Chapter 5, Save the World was nowhere mentioned whatsoever. Like, they are really trying to bury this mode in the ground by not only discontinuing pretty much essentially any new content that we get. Like, I'm not kidding when I say this here, the content that we get for this game mode is barely anything anymore, but also the fact that they don't ever advertise this mode as much anymore as they used to. Even though, I actually will say, back in Fortnitemares last year, they actually posted something about Save the World, which was pretty surprising. But anyways, this game mode has definitely become a huge train wreck. I gotta be honest with you here. It's not like it's saying in a bad way, because I still think it is a great game mode for players to check out, especially for those who didn't even know that this was originally what Fortnite was supposed to be. It is definitely something that everyone should check out at least once in their lifetime. But another reason to why this game mode is being forgotten about, and in my opinion why Epic wants you to forget about this mode, is with Founders Edition. This was essentially the best way of getting V-Bucks in this game mode. You pretty much logged in every single day and you could get up to like 150 to even at some points 1,000 V-Bucks just by logging into the game mode, which in my opinion, this was a really great purchase. It was discounted quite a lot back in the day. I remember I got it for $20 when it was discounted, but Epic decided to fully remove the daily logins. I'm pretty sure I made a video talking about that a while ago, and that was just a really dumb decision. I don't know why they thought it was a great idea to remove that, and it really does go against what they were trying to do here, and it's really showing that they're trying to kill the game mode, especially to when you get rid of something that no one had an issue with and was actively keeping players in that mode, by the way, just so that then you can try to push more players to play your other modes, which is just a really strange idea. Even though I will say this here, the V-Bucks aren't technically gone. They got moved to like the daily challenges and the mission alerts, so I guess there's that I can say, but it really doesn't change the fact that they decided to remove this for pretty much no reason. And it also doesn't help that they replaced Founders Edition with the Save the World starter packs, which instantly became very controversial, not just because of the pricing of them, but also due to the fact that the very first one that came out eventually released into the item shop, and people were pissed off because they did not see anywhere in the blog post when they were announcing this pack, by the way, that it ever said that it would come out into the item shop, but then they eventually updated it, which was really stupid. So this meant a lot of people were just not buying the Save the World starter packs. And even at that, in my opinion, as someone who does really like the packs and I do buy them solely on the V-Buck purchases only, I would not recommend it, especially if you own Save the World to begin with. You do not get any discounts, which is another reason to why Epic is trying to kill this mode, because they're trying to kill Save the World altogether, even though Save the World still has a really huge player base. Like, as of right now, as I'm recording this video, there's just a little over 10,000 people playing the mode, and it usually almost spikes up to 20,000 players, which is more than what Rocket Racing and Fortnite Festival usually come in terms of player count numbers. It is honestly really sad to see that those modes absolutely failed in this context, but Save the World, the first ever mode that they ever introduced, is still thriving, but Epic just doesn't want to put more effort into it. I understand that Battle Royale is becoming very popular, and it still is very popular to this very day, especially with the different iterations of the mode that we have. Like with Blitz Royale that recently just released, and obviously with Fortnite Reload, that is becoming very successful in Fortnite, and it still is very successful after over a year being in the game. So it's not hard to see why Save the World has gotten the shaft, and Epic is trying to purposely push away anything from Save the World. Like, guys, do you know that they're trying to make it so that, oh, the daily quest that we have right now in the game, you cannot actually complete the daily quest in Save the World. It's any experience except for Save the World. And hell, did you guys know that they were actively thinking about not supporting every single Battle Royale cosmetic that people buy in the game? They announced it a while back, but as of right now, it still hasn't been implemented in, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did decide to push it out sooner rather than later. And I'm gonna call it, by the way. Save the World is most likely going to be fully removed from the game by the end of this decade. I have a strong feeling about that, considering that the game mode does not get enough attention from Epic anymore, and that their main focus has shifted over to Battle Royale. It does feel like the game mode is on its last legs, even though I do believe that the abandonment of Save the World was actually kind of a good thing. And that's because you still have a lot of people playing it who absolutely love this mode, who love actively playing and trying to complete the game. It's a huge grind for sure, 100%, especially if you're trying to get things like the Axe Hammer as an example. But it's really worth it at the end of the day, because you are playing what is essentially what Fortnite was originally going to be. And it's sad that Epic is trying to push out this game mode altogether. And again, I'm calling it right now, they are going to fully remove this mode at some point in the future. I am calling it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did happen to enjoy this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, AKMX account. Also, don't forget to use my support code within the Fortnite item shop. That's MINO5, that's MINO5. Please and thank you. Thank you all so much for watching. I love every single one of you. Remember, everyone, it's always good to take chances.